Okay, so I'm here with Gordon Birtwhistle, who is Triumph's former high-speed test driver, is that correct?
That's correct, yes.
And Gordon, this is your Triumph 2500 Pi.
Absolutely.
Now, what can you tell us about this car? Because you've decided to sell it.
Yes, well, I've decided to sell it because I now have not got any space to keep it in the area it should be. It's too nice to be parked outside.
That's true, that's true.
And I've had the pleasure of owning it, mainly. I've only done about 3,000 miles in it.
Yeah.
But that really didn't matter because I probably did 20,000 miles in the things as prototypes anyway, so I know what the cars are like.
So you know exactly what this car's like. But you have had this car restored, and you've done some of it. Some of it as well. You've spec'd it out for the way that you think it should be, and so that it drives magnificently.
It does, yes. The car was, whilst I was working on another project, the car was originally rebuilt, stripped back to bare metal.
Yeah.
And from the ground upwards, everything sorted out, different bushes in the suspension arms.
Yeah.
The engine was blueprinted by a company in London, because there was a weakness with the 2.5 engines in the crankshaft thrust bearings.
Right, yes, so they do, if they start moving backwards and forwards, that's...
Absolutely, so this had the mod done
okay.
to overcome that. Slightly different camshaft, but it still drives well.
So it has road manners. But,
it has road manners.
But with a little bit of pep.
Yes, and I've uprated the rear springs and lowered it slightly. It gives it a bit better stance on the road. Yep. And the handling's really very, very good, especially when you consider the age of the thing.
Well, absolutely. I mean, this car is now 48 years old, 1973.
Sure.
So nearly 50 years of age, but it really doesn't have that kind of air about it at all. It looks magnificent. It's been beautifully done, and it has been developed by one of Triumph's own engineers, a suspension expert, no less.
Sure, yes.
So what better Triumph 2500 Pi could a prospective owner look for? It's got to be this one, really, hasn't it?
It's the only one. I would, without contradiction, say it's possibly the only one that has had that extensive amount of work done to bring it back to its original glory, really.
Well, that's brilliant. Well, Gordon, thank you for talking about your car. I've got to say that it looks amazing, and if I were in the market for one of these, which actually, looking at it, I might be. If I could get away with it, if I could sneak this into the garage, I can tell you, I would have this car. It's stunning, beautifully sorted, and it's up for sale. It could be yours. Gordon, thanks.
My pleasure. Thank you.